Hey guys, it's Robbie here, and this is Frecky Fit Wolf. It's time for another tag this week, and this one is actually a weight loss tag, so let's answer some questions. Alright, so first of all, I don't have a lot of time today, and I really want to answer this, so I'm going to try recording in the car and see if I can give proper answers to this. Typically for these type of tags, I like to think a little bit deeper and give a little bit more in-depth answers, but we'll see how this goes. I may post this, may have to redo it. We'll see. But Sandy over at Let's Get Fit with Sandy tagged me because we will always tag each other. And this isn't the normal Tuesday tag. This is a weight loss focus tag. So a lot of these are some great questions where you can get some great advice. So I'm going to link Sandy, and I'm also going to be tagging Too Fast, Too Furious and Embracing Chaos with Jen. And so between all of the links, you can check out other people and their answers, and that way you can get some really great advice if you need it. And some are just personal, not necessarily advice. Like, number one is, what was your highest weight? And for me, that was 376.8. That was when I decided to start this journey and start this channel, because things were getting out of control. Like, I had been 350 or 360, honestly, most of my life, since I was a teenager. I had lost 140 pounds, got to 220, and then I gained it all back. And I just assumed that I was 360. And like, my body never goes over 360. Like, no matter what I do, it doesn't. And then one day I stepped on the scale, and it was 376.8. And it was time to get things under control. I mean, 360 still would have been okay. I still would have needed to lose weight at that point, but seeing the 376.8 and realizing that I was almost 400 pounds. 400. It was real. So yeah, so that was my highest weight. Number two is, what is your ideal weight / size? This one is a lot harder for me. That time I had gotten down to 220 pounds, and I was pretty happy. But I do think I wasn't my ideal weight / size. Especially because this go round I am wanting to be a little bit more toned while I go at it. I mean, being realistic, I know I'm going to have a crap ton of loose skin. I mean, I've seen enough examples, even losing weight slowly, even losing weight with exercise, there's still going to be that extra skin, but you can still be toned under it. And then maybe save up for, 50 years, and eventually I can afford the skin removal surgery. But so it's hard to say. I think my ideal weight is 200, and I think my ideal size would be a large in like men's shirts. Because that is what I'd gotten down to before, was a large. I don't think with just my frame that I could really do medium. We'll see when we get there. It's hard to say exactly. But yeah, so it's kind of hard to answer that one specifically. But my current goal, let's go with that. My current goal is to get to 200 pounds. Number three, what eating / diet plan are you following? I am doing strictly calories and protein. I had switched, most of you guys know if you've been here, for longer than a month. I've kind of, switched a lot on this channel. I started with Carb Conscious on iTrack Bites, which is the old Weight Watchers Points Plus program, and it is great. I'm not insulting any of the plans that I used to do, especially because they definitely teach you to lean towards healthier foods. So I did that, and then I decided, let's try Sugar Smart and then go on Weight Watchers Green. And that was fine. I did okay with it. A big part, I'm not gonna lie, it could work, and it does work for a lot of people. But a big part was it was trendy. I fell into the trendy hole. And I wanted to do what, more people wanted to see. And that was when I thought I could make money on YouTube. Now I realize it's not going to happen. So let's get back to basics on the reason for this channel, which is for me to lose weight and to hold me accountable. I love that I have so many of you guys watching me, but that cannot be my influence for what I do with my life. So I end up going back to Carb Conscious, aka Weight Watchers Points Plus, and was continuing on there. But then I've explained this all recently, so I'm not going to go too detailed. But I started like secondary looking at calories and realized that there are some days that I could be at my points and be at like 900 calories, or there could be days that I could still have like 20 points left and I'm already at like 2,500 calories. Eating 20 more points worth of food could easily go into, 3,000, 4,000 calories. Not what I want to do. So I started paying more attention to calories, and then I started doing more and more research. And so basically now I'm at a point where I'm just doing calories and protein. So I'm not tracking all the macros, but that guy just went through a red light. But I am paying attention to the amount of protein I am taking. I have a goal. I had set it at 1, and now I actually lowered it to 150. I had set it at 200. Just because it's really hard to get 200 grams of protein with protein shakes, with eating steak, with all this other stuff. Like, I'd have to eat just meat, and I'm not doing that. So I left my lunch at home. Dag nabbit. Okay, backup plan. I already know what I'm going to do since I did that. Anyway, so that's what my current weight loss plan is. Number 4, what is the hardest part of losing weight? It definitely has to be the mental aspect of it. The moments when you are stressed out or depressed. For me, the moments when I am stressed out or depressed or angry or, feeling lazy or, whatever, just the mental aspect is freaking hard. It is the hardest aspect for me to stay focused when my emotions are going rampant. When things are a little bit under control, it's a lot easier. But during those moments, it's really hard. Luckily, lately, fingers crossed, it's not going to be permanent, but at least lately, when I have had high moments of stress, I'm choosing to take control and be like, all right, I can't control this situation, but I can control what I put in my freaking mouth and what I do with my body. So I'm going to eat healthy and I'm going to exercise. And that has helped me feel better because I realize a lot of my stress, depression, anxiety, it comes from not feeling like I can control the world, control what's going on around me, mistakes I've made. I feel like I just lose control. And so I have found that helps a lot. But it's still the hardest part. The hardest part is the mental for me. Number 5. What is the biggest thing you have learned about yourself since starting? It is really hard to pick one thing. One, like I had just said, dealing with weight loss and dealing with eating healthy has helped me realize a bunch of other things about myself. And especially because food used to be my comfort. It used to be my go-to for when I'm depressed or angry or whatever. And especially because I always say it wasn't really a comfort. It wasn't really a coping mechanism. It was a distraction. I know from 35 years of it, minus a couple years I lost weight and a couple years when I was a kid, I know how to be upset about being fat. I know how to be depressed about hating my body. I know how to be anxious about overeating and being lazy. So taking that away has really made me address some shit in my life. It's really made me analyze and deal with things in other ways, which has been hard, not gonna lie. But that has been a huge eye-opener for me, like I said, with the majority, not all, but the majority of my stress and anxiety and depression come from feeling out of control, feeling like I can't control what is happening to me or my world or the world around me even. I have this mad want to be the caretaker. I want to take care of others. And I can't most of the time. Emotionally, especially lately, like the past few years, emotionally, I can't do it. But financially, I would love to be that person that, like, will help this person, help that person, treat this person to whatever. And I just have grown to accept that I can't be that person, at least not at this point in my life. But either way, that type of stuff is what's come from this weight loss journey, learning that about myself, which I think is pretty incredible. All right, next question. Number 6. How do you handle sweet tooth cravings? You have some sweets. I mean, I do not believe in any kind of diet or plan or whatever. This is my personal belief that eliminates any type of food. You could tell me I cannot have olives. I hate olives. They make me gag. You tell me I can't have them, that's all I'm going to want. And eventually, I might be able to say no now, I might be able to say no tomorrow, I might be able to say no the next day, but eventually it's going to become overwhelming. That's all my brain's going to think about, and I'm going to freaking binge. I'm going to eat those olives, and I'm going to eat an entire lamb. I don't know, I was trying to think of something great. And eat everything in front of me because I've been depriving myself of something that I want and going overboard. So, say with sweets, if I'm craving something sweet, I will allow it. I do not allow no in my vocabulary when it comes to food. Not yet, within reason, this amount, stuff like that, I will allow. But saying no completely, not happening. So, craving something sweet, chances are I'm going to get a Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, track the amount of calories, and go on with my day. If there is a time, like Sandy had said in her video, if there is a time that she does that and she goes a little bit over her points because of it, it's fine. Especially for me, so with my calorie plan, I have a goal for a certain amount of calories for the entire week. So if one day I go over my calories, the next day I just lower it by that many calories. Not that complicated. So it's totally fine. Not saying, go 1,000 calories over goal and then, the next day only eat, half the amount of calories you were going to eat. Not saying that, but like there was a time during this week that I did go like 300 calories over my goal for that day. I just deducted it from the next day. Honestly, I just tracked that food on the next day so that it was easier to see the math of, okay, I have this many calories left. Easy peasy, right? All right, so I forgot what question I was even doing. Sweet one. So, number 7, how do you stay motivated to keep moving / exercise? This one is hard for me, I'm not gonna lie. I despise exercise. But basically, I go back to ARM. If you guys have seen that video, ARM is action equals results, which equals motivation. So I hold it in my brain that I just do it. I don't want to do it, but I'm going to just do it. And by doing it, I'm going to see results, which ultimately motivates me to keep doing it more. So that is the best I got as far as that. For me, it's not about motivation. It's about dedication. I have to keep my goals in mind. I have to look at the fat photos, look at the skinny photos, look at my goals hanging on my wall. I have to do all of that stuff to remind myself of what I want. Think of my whys, what I want, why I want to lose weight, and all of that combined, and then just throwing in just freaking do it. And I do it. I don't like it. I don't enjoy it. I'm grateful afterwards most of the time. Sometimes I'm like, I'm freaking tired now. I hate this. But I like what it's doing for my body. That's the key. Next question is, how do you track your food intake? I do a mixture of iTrack Bites and MyFitnessPal. iTrack Bites currently has a glitch that they're working on. Honestly, I need to double check if it's fixed yet. But when you try to set your own calorie goal, it goes all wonky. So, and it works just fine with the calorie command plan if you're going by their calorie goals. I want to up that a little bit, so it goes a little wonky. So I have been using MyFitnessPal a lot more, and honestly, the last couple weeks, mainly just using iTrack Bites to track my weight because I like that it has my starting weight in it. MyFitnessPal doesn't. MyFitnessPal thinks I'm only down 50 pounds rather than 76 pounds. But once that bug is fixed, I definitely do want to fully use iTrack Bites. I do love that app. It's funny how the two different apps have different features that I love. If I could combine them into one, it'd be great. But yeah, so I'm using basically both of those to track my food. That's easy. Number 9. How long have you been on your weight loss journey? My whole freaking life? No. This go around, it's been what, a year and a half? A year and 3/4? I don't remember exactly when I started. I feel like I started, was it before my birthday or after my birthday in May? I don't know. So either way, like a year and a half, going on a year and 3/4, something like that. So yes, I mean 76.8 pounds gone. In that much time, it may be a little bit slow, but I'm learning a lot on the way. I am progressing a lot, and now with my newly found, I mean it's a month old now, but my newly found dedication and goals and sights and all of that jazz, I'm doing pretty steadily now. But it's not a race. It doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, as long as you get there. I've been listening to different podcasts, and yeah, there's some people that it took them 5 years to get where they wanted to go. But they got there. That's all that matters. That's all that matters. So number 10, the last question. What is your goal for 2021 with weight loss? My goal is to continue losing weight. I mean, I do not like setting time frames on goals because I need a certain amount of pressure on me to stick to things, but I also can't have too much pressure. And a lot of times when I set time limits on things, I don't do so well. So I have 100 more pounds to lose because as of last week, I weighed 300 pounds. And so that means I have 100 pounds till my goal. That's doable in a year, but I'm not setting a time limit on it because then all I'm going to do is be upset when I didn't hit it, and then that's going to increase my emotions and make it a lot more difficult to stay on plan, to do everything that I talked about that I learned, because I'm going to be just angry at myself for not doing it. So why torture myself? I will just lose the weight as I lose the weight, as fast as that happens. So my goal is to continue with the calories and protein, continue with my water intake, continue with my exercise and activity in general, continue learning and growing and studying and all of that stuff to become the healthiest person that I can become. That's my goal for 2021. I like it. All right, so I really enjoyed this tag. Thank you guys for watching. I know this is a longer video. We're at, 19 minutes right now? But like I said, with these type of tags, I do like to go in a little bit more depth and go with a little bit more thought. So thank you guys for sticking around if you're still here. Hopefully this helped a lot of you guys. These things always help me because they help me process some stuff, like the anxiety coming from lack of control issue and all that jazz. So thank you. Anyway, please like, comment, subscribe, and I am tagging Sandy, and Sandy tagged me. I am tagging Too Fat, Too Furious. I am also tagging Embracing Chaos with Jen. So I will link them and Sandy all down below so that you can check out their channels, check out their answers. They're all lovely people, just on top of it. But still, check out their channels. And if you feel like answering some of these questions, feel free. Like, I really would love to hear some of your guys' answers for these, because you guys support me a lot, and you guys share a lot with me, but some of these are a little bit more in depth. I would love to see what you guys got to say. All right, so anyway, I will talk to you all tomorrow for my official Sunday weigh-in. Am I going to